Brussels was warned Britain will walk away from Brexit talks rather than hang on for an 11th-hour deal. Penny Mordaunt said there would be no point in striking a last-minute agreement because it would leave businesses scrambling to prepare for the changes. The Paymaster General said the UK is pushing for negotiations on future relations to be speeded up. Eurocrats will be told on Friday that Britain will not agree to extend the transition period. Ms Mordaunt told MPs progress has stalled, but she remains confident a deal can be struck. She said, "There is no point in us arriving at an agreement at the 11th hour. We have to arrive at agreement to enable it to be implemented, ratified, but also for our citizens and businesses to prepare. That is what is dictating the timetable here. That is why we must have renewed focus. We are talking to the EU about a change of format, about how we can increase the pace of negotiations, get the focus where we need it to be and get a deal done for both of our sakes." The Cabinet Office Minister and Michael Gove, Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, will hold talks on Friday with their EU counterparts on a joint Brexit committee. Ms Mordaunt said that despite the political bluster from Brussels during the transitions talks, she believes there is good faith on both sides. But she said the current demands by the bloc would bind us into EU law and would be completely unacceptable. She insisted Britain won't be barreling off a cliff edge if negotiations collapse because businesses will have time to prepare for leaving on world trade terms. "We've now reached an important moment for these talks," she said. "To make progress we need to accelerate and intensify our work, and the government is working closely with the EU to achieve that," she said. Ms Mordaunt told the Commons the fourth round of talks between the UK and EU last week were constructive but said there was no movement on the most difficult areas where differences of principle are at their most acute, including fisheries, governance arrangements and the level playing field arrangements. She said it was in the interest of both the UK and EU to reach a deal to allow economies to recover swiftly from the coronavirus crisis. Britain's finite resources can then be channeled into levelling up the country rather than paying in the EU budget, she added.